Hi, welcome back. Mark Haynes here. I'm here with Paul Williams again at the putting studio, and today we've got a really good one for you. If you're interested in buying a new putter and maybe you're wondering how the putter needs to be fitted, and we're going to run through exactly which parts of the putter we customise and how that actually all works, so you can understand that nice and simply. So we're going to run through the fitting process in a second and run you through in a bit more detail in each part and how it all works. So I'm sure you're going to love this, some great information again for you, and let's get started.
So the first consideration we have when we're fitting a putter is to make sure we've got the player's eye position correct for them, which is not necessarily getting the eyes directly over the ball. We've actually got an exercise set up here where we have a floor mirror where we can see exactly where the player's eyes are. We have 3 balls set up which are laser sighted in an absolutely straight line. Because one of the things we find players struggle with is actually lining the putter face up. Sometimes the player has got their eye line too far inside the putt line or too far outside the putt line. So our first test is to determine exactly where the player is most suited to actually have their eye position. So having determined the most suitable eye position for the player, our next consideration is to actually work out what style of putter is going to be best for that player. Now you've only got to go into any pro shop and look at the variety of different putters you've got in terms of aiming systems, the hosels, whether you've got a centre shafted like this or whether you've got something that's a little bit more offset. So we actually have a laser testing site here where we actually have a mirror we place onto the centre of the putter face. We then have a laser which comes out from the centre of the hole. That laser fires into the golf ball. So then we test the player with a variety of different putters to see which one he or she is actually going to aim the best. So when we get them into position, once they believe they are aiming to the centre of the hole, we can actually move the ball away from the putter, and then the laser will then fire back onto the backboard and it will reveal exactly where it's aiming. So we can see if they've got tendencies to aim to the right or tendencies to aim to the left, and we can then go about going through the different options of putters which are going to be best for them. Okay, so having found Mark's ideal eye position, which is going to be 1 inch inside the putt line, we've tested him for the most suitable alignment aid on his putter, which means he wants something that's that has a very, very small offset. So we've got him into a blade putter here. We're now going to check his balance point to make sure he's completely balanced when he's in position. So if you want to step onto the pro stance for me, Mark, we're trying to get the arches of the feet directly over the pro stance. When he then takes his regular posture, gets his eyes into position, he needs to be completely balanced in this point, so he'll feel like he's almost on a biting point here, fighting to hold his balance. If he was too far away, he'd feel his heels come off the ground in order to get his correct eye position. If he was too close, then he'd be feeling like the toes are coming off the ground. So with your eyes 1 inch inside the target line, how do you feel on that pro stance there?
I actually feel like my heels are too much on the ground.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll reconfigure this, get you in the right position, and then we can take the measurement from there. So having got Mark in the right position for his eyes and his balance point, we're going to get him back in position and actually use a fitting tool which adjusts for the lie angle and adjusts for the length to make sure that once we've got Mark in the right place, we get the putter to fit him and not the other way around. So if you'd like to take your position again for me, with your balance point and your eye line. Okay, yeah, and now if you retain all of your angles that you have there, I will just take the putter from you, place this sole in nice and flat, and then I'll bring the putter out to you in position. Yeah. That's perfect. And then I'll tighten it up here for the length, tighten it up here for the lie. Okay, you can relax. So now, if we actually modify Mark's putter to be 32.5 inches in length and have a lie angle of 70 degrees, then he can put the putter back down on the floor in confidence that he's going to be in the right setup. So having got the ideal specification for the player in terms of length of putter and the lie angle, we can then go about testing all the various different types of putters we have to determine which one's going to perform best for the player. Because often that is very much a match-up between the actual putter and their method. And the only real way you can determine what's going to work best is by testing it on the ball roll machine. So we can actually get the player set up, get each one set up to what they need it to be, test them to see which one's performing best. And the last part of the optimisation from that point of view is to then make sure we get the right loft angle as well, which also we get the evidence based on that from the ball roll. So all that remains to really do now is to get the grip sizing right for the player, to make sure that it's fitting nicely into the palm. So we've got 3 different sizes of grips we can check, and also to rebalance the putter if we've needed to cut it down or add weight anywhere, to make sure the balance of the putter is absolutely right for the player. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that fitting process we run you through there. I'm just going to get Paul to recap one last time so the process is nice and clear for us. So if you just take us through that step-by-step process, Paul. Certainly can. So the first stage is to actually make sure the eye position for the player is where they can see their aiming capabilities best. We then make sure we have the right putter in terms of the alignment features on that to get them aiming straight. We then go through a process to get the body position and the balance point correct. Having got that, we can get the length and the lie done for the putter, and then finally when we're doing our testing we can optimise the launch, and then the last stage is to get the correct grip size and the right balance for the putter. Okay, great. I hope you enjoyed that today. Hope that's helped you understand the whole fitting process and how you can have your putter fitted and the importance of it. I can guarantee if you get your putter fitted correctly, it's 100% going to make a big difference in your game. You're going to roll the ball better, potentially hold more putts and keep the ball on line as well, which, you know, has got to be good. So please check out some of our other videos as well in the Putting Studio. We'd love to get any feedback or comments underneath this, or even if you want to, post any questions you've got. If you've got any questions about putting, any fitting questions or anything at all, then please post those in or email those in, and we'll do our best to answer those or even make a video for you. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks again.